Is the Jagger app really the #1 paid survey app as it claims on its website, or is it a waste of time? My name is Michael and I have tested hundreds of different paid survey sites and apps, and many viewers have recently asked me about this one, so therefore I decided to take a closer look, and in this Jagger app review I'll give you an inside look and reveal both the pros and the cons, because it definitely has both, and then you can decide for yourself whether this is the right opportunity for you or not. So before I log in and show you how the app works, let's first go over who can join, because Jagger, as you can see, is, according to itself, the #1 surveys for money app and the best paid survey app, and that's a big claim, because there are literally hundreds of paid survey apps, maybe even thousands, and I've tested a lot of them. So it'll be interesting to see when we take an inside look if they can actually live up to this claim. But anyways, when it comes to joining, you can see it is an app. You can actually not join and earn on the website. You need to use the app on the website. You can just find information, but you can download it both for iOS devices and for Android devices. When it comes to then who can join, this is when it becomes a little bit confusing, because if you go to the website and look here in the FAQ section, and it says like, is it available on Android and iOS, and then it says Jagger is globally available for users with both Android and iOS devices. However, when you look in the FAQ section inside the app, it says that it's only available in Australia, UK, Canada, and in the US. So I can't say for sure if it's only those 4 countries, but if you try to find it from your country and you're not from one of these 4 countries, please leave a comment below and let me know, because it is a little bit confusing, but I assume that it is only these 4 countries that it's actually available in at the time of recording this video. So if you do not live in one of those countries, I do have a whole playlist of options in other countries. I'll leave a link to that in the top corner. But let me now then log in, and then we can take a closer look at what the Jagger survey app actually offers. So I have now logged into the Jagger app, and it is actually quite user-friendly in my opinion, because when you come in, you can just see the dashboard here, you can see where I'm located, and then you have your profile questions, and there are quite a lot of profile questions to fill out. And this is to build your profile. Most survey sites and apps have that. That's because they need to make sure that the surveys they're offering are for a certain demographic group. So you need to fill this out. You need to be honest. If you're lying and they find inconsistencies, then you will likely just end up getting banned and not getting paid. But what I do like about the profile questions inside the Jagger app is that, as you can see, you actually get paid for all of them there. You can see this one takes around 1 minute. It asks about your food habits and preferences. You would get 23 coins, and the coins, or the points, whatever you call it here, is actually cents, so it would be 23 cents. That's quite decent for this. So you can see, just by answering the profile questions, yes, there are quite a lot, but you can also earn some nice money just for a start quite quickly here. But those ones are, of course, only once you can do those. I've already answered some of them, quite a lot of them actually, but there are still quite a lot more. But then as you start filling them out, you will also get more surveys, and these are the actually paid surveys that you can find regularly. And as you can see here, you can also see the estimated time. In my experience, it is fairly accurate. You can see also the rewards. Some of them pay decently, others not so well, but overall, compared to many other survey apps, I would say the rewards you get here are kind of average, and it does have a quite good number of paid surveys. Of course, again, exactly how many paid surveys, exactly how much they pay and all that will always vary depending on the country you live in and depending on your profile. That's just how it is on paid survey sites. And this is one way to earn inside the Jagger app, but there are also a few other ways where you can basically earn passively. So let's talk about those also before we go over how you can get paid. So at the top of the app, you can also see there's a prize draw where you can win some really big prizes. And these happen quite regularly, but to participate in these, you need to use this what's called media research and turn that on. So let me just jump to the FAQ section and then explain a little bit more about the different options you have for this. Because not only can it give you the opportunity to potentially earn the prize draw if you're very lucky, it can actually also boost your survey earnings. So when it comes to media research, what they call it, then there are several options. For example, there's ads tracking, outdoor media research, and then TV and YouTube research. And if you participate in this, as mentioned, it can give some benefits both when it comes to these price draws, but also your survey earnings. So if we look at the ads tracking first, for example, then you can see that you will earn these experience points, which will give you access to these price draws and survey boosts. And we'll talk about the survey boosts a little bit later, how much more they can give you. But with price draws, you can see they do give quite good rewards. But what you would then participate in is that you can see if you turn it on, you are giving Jagger access to collect information about ads you see online. So whatever ads you see on your phone, then they will track that and your activity relating to these ads. And this is what they use for different market research to see how people use online media and how they're exposed to ads and how they react to that. And if we then come to the other options, they're kind of like similar, but this one is like the ads that you watch online on your phone. This outdoor media research, you see that you give them access to collect location data through your device's GPS. So then it understands your visits to different stores, restaurants, and your exposure to out of home advertising like billboards, right? So all this comes down to, do you actually feel comfortable about sharing this kind of information with an app? That's something you can only decide there. And if we just look at the last one here, it is TV and YouTube research. So again, it will give you the same benefits, XP points for the price draws and the survey boosts. And by activating this, then it will identify audio snippets and match them with different ones in their database. So they will basically find out what kind of ads you're exposed to when you watch TV or YouTube and things like that, and use that for market research. But just be aware here, you see, then you allow Jagger to use your device's microphone to recognize audio content from, for example, TV, YouTube, video, and radio ads around you. And personally, I don't feel particularly safe about allowing an app on my phone access to my microphone because, that's just my personal opinion. They of course say they have safety and security and what is stored and all that, but no, that's just my personal opinion. This is how it works. Whether you feel comfortable about it or not, that's completely up to you to decide, and you're also free to share your opinion about it in a comment below why or why not you would participate in something like this. But this is how it works. You would need to give access to at least one of these options, the outdoor media research or the general like online ads tracking there, or the TV and YouTube research to get the survey boosts and these access to these price stores there. But let's then talk about the survey boost also, so you can see if it will be worth it for that. You already know that you can win good rewards with the price draws, but what do the survey boosts do? Let's talk about that next. So survey boosts, as they explain themselves, you get extra rewards actually when you take a survey, and you get these when you enable this media research, and you will receive a 10% boost that is gradually increased based on your XP, like these experience points that you will earn as you keep having these different media research options turned on. And you can reach 100%. So for example, if you take a survey, you would get 41 coins, and you reach that level. Of course, that will take some time and some participation. Then you would suddenly get 82 instead. So you'll basically get the double reward. So, that in itself, of course, is really great. But whether you then want to go for that or not, that's, again, that depends whether you feel comfortable about sharing this type of data with them or not. I would say that with this boost, they give quite good rewards. Without the boost, not so great, like average, below average in my experience. So it is mainly worth it as a survey app if you also feel comfortable about participating in this different media research, in my personal opinion. But let's also talk about how you can even get paid, because that's always, of course, also important to understand and consider before you join any earning platform. So I now jump to the payout section, and as you can see, it has a good number of different gift cards you can choose from. Of course, this can vary from country to country, but the payout threshold in general is around $20. So it's quite a high payout threshold for a survey app, in my opinion and experience. There are many survey apps where you can get paid already when maybe $5, sometimes even $1, sometimes $10, $20. On the higher end, it's not too difficult to reach on Jagger, but still too high for my liking. But again, it just takes a little bit extra time, but not unreasonable still, I would say. But for the rewards, it's good rewards, like in good gift cards anyways. There are many to choose from. What you just need to be aware is that you cannot get paid in cash. So if you prefer getting paid in cash, then you need to use other options instead. I, for example, have a video about the best online ways to earn PayPal cash. I'll leave a link in the top corner, then you can check that out. But in addition to these different rewards, they also have this plant a tree. So that's an extra nice benefit in my opinion, is that every survey you complete, they will actually plant a tree. You can click here and read more about that. They have a whole section in the FAQ section where they explain all about exactly how that works. And I personally think that this is a great initiative, and of course it's a good motivation. Also, you earn and you do something good for the environment at the same time. You know, if you want to support something like this of course is an extra benefit. If you don't care about it, then you don't have to worry about it, but this is just something I wanted to add also, because I personally think that it's nice when they actually do something like this, earning platforms. But anyways, these are the ways you can get paid, these are the benefits from it, and then you can decide for yourself whether it is options you like or not. So to sum it all up, I think Jagger App is a decent survey app. I do not think that it can quite live up to its claim about being the #1 surveys for money app, but you know, there are hundreds of different apps like that, so it's also a big, bold claim. But all that, of course, comes down to personal preferences. It's just, in my personal opinion, after having tested hundreds of different survey sites and apps, not the #1. It is a decent app. It has some good features. It also has some things that I'm not too crazy about. But I would say it's mainly interesting and relevant if you also feel comfortable about giving them access to this media research, because that can also boost your survey earnings. Without that, if you don't feel comfortable about that, it is not really a great option in my opinion. But if you want to see my favorite survey apps, I also do have a list of those on my website. I will leave a link to that below, so then you can check that out. But no matter what, I hope this video helped you, and if it did, make sure to hit the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out next time I release a video with tips and tricks about different ways to make money online.